Hello, good evening, welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Fox. You're on the panel is the one and only Rudy Bear and Bridgeman. How we doing, Bridge?
Oh, excellent tonight, Park. Can I just say a big good evening to you and Rudy? Huge good evening to the guys in the lobby and to all the Rangers fans listening in all over the world. Good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio.
How we doing, Rudy? How's you, mate?
Aye, everything's good here, Ox. Evening, Bridgeman, Fox, Old School Blue. Aye, everything's good here, mate.
All right. Bridge quite contented after yesterday's performance, mate.
Yeah, I was. I thought they played exceptional stuff at times, And I never heard anybody complaining about anything yesterday. It looked really good. The young lad that came on the centre half, it started. The young boy Edmondson, he was spraying the ball about everywhere. It was just brilliant to watch.
I'm
really
enjoying
good.
That boy, Bridge. I mean, I know
he's very good. And the boy Aribo, my goodness gracious, he could play football as well. So they had a really strong starting 11, I thought, that did very, very well. The only one I was a bit concerned with, to be honest, was Jamie Murphy. Out of all the guys that came onto the park, I thought he was the one I would worry about.
I think it was just to give him a run out, mate.
Of course, absolutely.
I don't think Jamie's anywhere near the first team, Rudy, is he?
No, I mean, if you look at the options that we've now got sitting on the bench, you look at the options we brought on yesterday. I don't know, I can't see. Well, he's no match for any box, is he? But you can't see him getting a game anytime soon. I think it's going to take him a while to get match sharp, for instance. And there's a fair bit of talk about him going out on loan to Blackpool, was it? I think last week. So that's probably still a possibility. There's still a fair bit left to go in the transfer window. I'm really excited about the season after yesterday's performance. You can sit and say, but it's only a friendly, but it was a big step up in quality.
That's a great point you made there, Rudy. It's only a friendly. I was speaking to somebody today and they pointed out, we'll all be happy. And some people will say it's only a friendly, but what would the Tony recall being a we get beat for nothing?
Well, you've hit the nail right in the head. And me and my mate had that conversation just this afternoon. Had we get gubbed for nothing, it would have been everywhere. Fed up, would have been talking about if we signed the right players. As it was, I think every player that came on, the team that started, certainly the first 45 minutes for me, some of the football was excellent to watch. We attacked at pace, we moved the ball really well. And even the boys that came on, the game lost a wee bit of energy for me, I thought, once they started making all the substitutions. But even the boys that came on done really well too. But as you say, had we been gubbed for nothing, it wouldn't have been a case. I mean, some of the stuff that would have been written in the press would just have been their usual diatribe about Rangers, But for me, I was just really happy with most of the performances. I thought George Edmondson acquitted himself really well. Some of his passing, as Bridgeman said, was excellent. Aribo got to sell it at some tight wee spaces with the ball at his feet. He's a big lad, but he's got really good feet. Really looking forward to seeing him get really match fit for the rest of the season. Osho, for me, I think is just going to be an absolute standout. See the way he crossed the ball in for Defoe's goal. I know you're going to talk about this, Ox, but see that wee step over before the confidence to do that.
It's easy, mate. Good players make the game look easy.
It was super, Box. The step.
What's he like?
And then the ball in. Right onto Defoe's head for a wee diving header. It was superb,
You remember that? You remember that striker when you pressed the wee guy's head and he kicked the ball? Remember that?
I did, actually.
That was pretty.
I had that. I had that when I was a kid. But goal of the season, and everybody's been goal of the game, and everybody's been raving about it as Candace. The pass behind Jack was just.
I have got to say, mate, I was. I mean, I think we all like Daniel Candace. I don't think there's anybody faults his work rate or he showed glimpses, but we wanted consistency. I was frightened that he'd be a casualty as we moved up to a level, but
we talked a lot about that, Ox. Now, he scored 3 goals in 2 games. Right, friendlies, but he scored 3 goals in 2 games. And my mate said to me today, maybe what Candace needed was pressure on him. Pressure. 2-3 players who are willing to take that jersey off him. And he's got that now. Didn't really have that last season, because Gresda was just an absolute waste of space last season. Mm-hmm. Tended to play on the left. and Daniel Candeias didn't really have much competition for his jersey. He's got that in a bunch. He's got it in buckets now. So he's really going to have to up his game now if he's going to stay there. And he's got a year to go in his contract. He's really going to have to get his act together this season. And me, that he scored 3 crackers. Even his first goal yesterday was a cracker of a goal the way he took it.
All right. So we'll look at the game, Bridge. I mean, we started really well. With intent, with and without the ball.
Yeah, indeed. I thought we were brilliant all over the park. I thought that Barisic, possibly the first 15 minutes, was looking for some help because they were sort of coming down and putting a bit of pressure on the left back. And he was sometimes left with 2 on 1, maybe 3 on 1 sometimes. But once they got themselves together, I thought Barisic had a really good game for us yesterday. Overall, I thought a really good game. Started to get some tackles in, lovely ball distribution, some good crosses over. So I didn't have a failure other than a worry about what do you call him, Jamie Murphy. That was the only one. But other than that, you're right. I think your
concerns about Jamie Murphy, mate. He's weeks behind on him. That's how.
Oh yes, you're talking another 2 months before you see the best of him. If you do, might even be a loan spell for him.
Mm-hmm. I don't think. I think we're getting it right for him and for the team.
Can I just say this word? Rangers dominated. They dominated that game. They dominated their players, and their players didn't like it. But there wasn't very much they could do. And I even think their manager, he was shouting for the side. Is it Andres Boa? Is it?
That's a couple of times he brought his Chelsea team up. They get beaten all, I think, when he was.
Yeah. So he was doing a lot of shouting at the side. Don't get me wrong, probably constructive stuff to his players. But I think there was one guy up there, a big, tall, black-headed, curly-headed guy, and I don't know what his name was. Number 10 or something. He was wonderful, wonderful player. But he was the only one that was actually could do anything for them. Really. That was really good. We were really good.
There's obviously a lot of the top leagues in Europe, mate. They've spent a few quid, and sometimes that's the trouble. You don't get the return when you see some of the players that are let down. But look, it was only a friendly, and we'll see where it takes us. But we've got to take the positives. I thought we started the game well. The first goal, big Aribo. Brexit played down, places the ball into Morelos. I thought it wasn't the greatest pass to Daniel Candeias. And I didn't think he was going to score, but bang, he hit it and the ball ended up in the back of the net, really.
It was a cracking goal, so it was, as you say, the pass wasn't a great pass.
No, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great.
And Candeias controlled the ball really well, and you could tell the first thought in his mind was, I'm going to shoot here. Simple as that, I'm just going to have a go, and he did. He cracked it, a beauty, right into the top of the net. It was a cracking goal, and as I say, I was really impressed with Candeias yesterday. If he keeps that up for the rest of the season, there's no reason why he can't stay here for these. He's got a year left, isn't he? So, it was a great goal, I thought. Really good team goal for the 3 boys. Candeias finished it off brilliantly.
Bridgman?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the whole move started with Aribo stealing the ball, and he sort of cut one guy out and then passed the ball. He made a lovely pass to Morelos, bringing him in, and Morelos held the ball for maybe 3 or 4 yards, and then to me, from where I was sitting in the Copeland, it looked as if he laid it right in his path. You guys were seeing it slightly different from the telly. Maybe you saw something different, but it looked as if he put it right in his path. Of course, that's what we were all shouting for. Give it to him, And my goodness gracious, did he finish well or what? Wow.
Oh,
a rasper. But it was a pleasure to watch, an absolute pleasure to watch. So it was over in the inside left position, and it ended up over in the inside right position, and the boy put it in the net, and that was within the blink of an eye.
I think obviously Candeias takes most of the credit, but we've got to credit the other 2 players, Rudy Aribo, for stealing the ball. And I'm surprised the physical presence he's brought to the midfield. I didn't see that coming, mate.
No, he's a big lumpy lad, though, isn't he? He's got really good feet, though. You could see that the way he stole the ball. He gets himself out of some really tight wee situations, as I said a wee bit ago there, Ox. He's going to be a really good player for us this season. I can see it. But yeah, yesterday wins the ball, as Bridgman said, takes the ball off the players, passes to Morelos. Alfie, you're thinking that Alfie's going to try and have a go here, because that's what you expect Alfie to do. But he's seen Candace, seen Daniel, and he's thinking, there's my pal, I'll set my pal up, and passed it to Candace, and brilliant. Yeah, the three of them done so well, and it looks good going forward, Docs. You can say all night long, look, it's a friendly, but it was a step up in quality to what we've played so far. And for me, the options that we've now got from midfield to front now, it's just fantastic. It's just fantastic. We're going to have players sitting on the bench, itching to get on and itching to make it.
You've got to get that jersey, everything. You've got to keep it.
Aye, well, it's, we were talking about Candace just last week. We were saying, look, he's on his last year of his contract. There's a possibility with the players that's come in. There's a possibility that he'll go out the door, maybe even if we could get a wee bit of money for him. But if he contributes like that, he did yesterday, would you really want to get rid of him in his last year? You'd be wanting to hang on to the boy, and it's maybe a case of, because he's now got pressure to perform, he's now got pressure. He's got guys there, 2-3 guys who want that jersey off him. And maybe this is what he's needed. He's needed that pressure because he's not had it yet, and he's got it now. But
there's a couple of boys really talking about us, and they were saying very similar to what you were saying. Yeah. They were quite open about it. They thought, just like us, they thought maybe Candace is sort of getting in his last season possibly with the Rangers, and he'll no see past next summer. But the words that you used there, if he does things like he did yesterday, because it wasn't just the goals he scored, he was quite good. He was very active, getting involved in a lot of things. So it was really good for him. I thought he had a really good game, considering. I thought it was a super game with two, and capped it off with 2 fantastic goals. And that's what the boys were saying. He won't have to worry about his place here. He might even have earned himself an extension in his contract. They said, there you
go. I think we'll go to watch. One swallow does not make a summer.
Oh, of course. All dependent upon that famous statement. If he keeps going the way he's going,
It's what he contributes going forward, Doc. So it's got to be consistent now. He's especially, look, we've never doubted his energy, and his endeavour and what he contributes energy wise. We have doubted him in that final third, though. Yesterday for me, it just gave you a wee glimpse for that first 45 minutes of what he's capable of. If he keeps that up, it gives the manager a big headache. It's like, can we drop this goal? He wasn't even in the squad for the St. Joseph's game. And you see him when he scored his first goal and his second goal, he's turning to the Rangers fans, he's pointing to his name on the back of his shirt, and he's pointing to the badge, and he's saying, I'm here for a wee bit yet, I've not gone yet, you know what I mean? And with performances like yesterday for Candace, if he keeps that up, as I say, that's a headache for the manager for me.
A good headache. So the second goal, arguably the pass of the day, and there was a lot of good passes, particularly for Stephen Davis and the boy Edmondson. But Ryan Jack's pass, so an outside-inside run by Candace, which he's done before. It's not a new thing. Ryan Jack, without looking, plays a great pass, perfect weighted. Candace takes it in the stride with his right, difficult skill, and puts it in the goal, away for the goal with his left. What a goal, Bridgman.
Oh, superb. The technique he used, getting that ball, getting to where the ball was going, there was a couple of sitting, myself included, were sitting there going, I wonder if he's offside, because these the referee and the linesman people might just no like that, But my goodness, no offside. I obviously haven't seen it on TV, so if someone could tell us it was dead straight, or was it well on, I'm no bothered. But my goodness gracious, to gather that ball, the way the ball was moving, and to just push it into, oh my goodness gracious, what a wonderful goal. Absolutely wonderful. I don't know if he's ever scored a better goal than that, to be honest.
I don't think he was offside.
No, I didn't think so either. But then again, I'm looking from the Copeland, so I'm not seeing it, It's a beautiful goal. And as I say, I don't know if he's ever scored a better goal in his lifetime. That was a really, really good goal. Really good goal. Wonderful pass.
It was a peach, really.
It was a peach.
It was a wee peach.
It was an absolute peach. But I think There was a point in the game where Ryan Jack had tried more or less the same kind of pass. I think it was for Defoe, if I remember right. Defoe was offside, I think. Ryan Jack's got that in his locker. He's proved at various times that he's got that in his locker. It was an outstanding pass. It really was. He dropped it right onto Kende. He saw Kende. He has a wee look up. He sees him, as you say, running from outside into the middle, and he hits it sweetly as anything. And the way Daniel controlled it with his right foot, one touch, drops in front of his left, and he just passes it with the inside of his foot past the goalkeeper into the net. It was just a stunning goal for me. I think Ian Durrant said on Rangers TV that he said, you'll be hard pushed to find a better goal for goal of the season than that. And you know what? He's not far wrong there, Ox.
It was a cracker, mate. I don't think it was a cheer enough. I think everybody was quite. It was a roar, a surprise.
Yeah, it was indeed. Man. It was a bit surprising in their voices, and that's for sure. But really and truly, wonderful pass, a great thought process by Ryan Jack, and a great pass. And my goodness gracious, right out the guy's heat, and away he went. And the way he took the ball and put it in the net, it was just a thing of beauty. A thing of beauty. A wee peach.
We changed a lot of players. No failures, but I've got to say, my opinion, it's only my opinion, I thought the start of the first half, by a distance, was the Ulster's captain, mate, Stephen Davis. I thought he was absolutely immense. Just showed his class, stealing the ball, first time passes, long passes, short passes, runs. I know we're frightened, well, how many games we'll get off of Stephen, but the ground he covered in that first half and his class just shone through for me, Rudy.
It was exceptional. You know, he's got this uncanny knack, Ox, of knowing where the ball's going to be or where it will be in the next couple of passes. And he just seems to always that kind of talent. I don't think you can coach that into somebody. I think that's just pure natural talent. And Stephen Davis has got it in abundance. Yesterday, he was outstanding. He did everything that was required of him yesterday. And as you say, you could maybe call into question his legs nowadays because of his age, but it certainly didn't look like that to me yesterday. You know, I just thought, man of the match, without a shadow of a doubt. I agree with you 100%, Ox.
Can I just come in a wee minute, guys? Rudy, you need to tell us what you had for your dinner tonight. I'm just dying to know. I'm dying to know. The world wants to know.
I had it all. It was a lovely beef Wellington the night, Bridgeman. It was lovely. So it was. It was lovely. Did with a wee bit of patty in it, and it was wrapped in nice bit of fillet steak, which she used, wrapped in a wee bit of Parma ham, some puff pastry. All was magic. So it was really.
Did you bring it in? Did you bring it in for the shops, or did she make it for you?
Oh no, she made it. All we are sweet.
Did you take the lodgers?
She even made me some asparagus wrapped in Parma ham and some Dauphinoise potato.
Oh, come on. Dear. Dear. I don't know anybody gets better food than you. There you go. Even the Queen.
Creamy, cheesy Dauphinoise. Oh, I love my Dauphinoise. This Bridgeman.
God. You've came a long way, boy, I'll tell you.
You're right. You're right, Ox. Yeah. You're right.
Jeff G says, no chance, Beef Willie. For God's sake, what pension does he have? Absolutely brilliant, pal. Did you enjoy it?
Oh, what do you think, Rich?
I think you did.
I washed it down with a nice bottle of ale, a nice bottle of craft ale. So
my God.
So I'm sitting here, I'm fairly bursting, Bridgeman, so I'm pretty happy. Struggling to keep my eyes, to be honest.
Ronald Bell said, well, in other words, that must have been a McGee's pie.
I don't mind a good steak pie. A Kelly pie is pretty good.
I love it.
Beef Wellington.
I know. Roscoe Bear says you must have just Googled that, you. Shockers. You don't believe them, for goodness sake.
Oh, I know what they're like.
No, well done, Rudy. That was really good. Well, that was magic.
Just
magic.
And a Monday, aye.
Spoiled rotten. The boy spoiled rotten.
I said to you Friday, I think it was Friday, wasn't it? When she done me all that lovely stuff. I'm expecting this credit card bill to drop through the door any time.
There's method in the madness, Rudy.
Aye.
It's not happening for nothing next year, let me tell you. Don't know what it is yet, but I'm sure I'll find out at some point.
So there's no such thing as a free lunch, as they say, Rudy?
No matter who, I miss, see when she starts saying to you, do you want a cup of coffee? There's something on, you know what I mean? 'Cause usually you've got to say her, he's a cup of coffee, love, will you?
All right, Bridge, if people want to join us, we've obviously started our way through again, plus Rudy's dietary.
Yeah.
What's the number?
Well, the number's 0141 356 1972.
Where else can they join us, Rudy?
Can join us at Skype and rangersradio.online. If they've been in before, old school players, Fox will bring them straight in. If not, they'll sort them out, but in a nice way.
Go for black potatoes on a Monday. I can't believe it. Anyway, we've been joined by Big Stevie. How we doing, big man?
How we doing, officer? All right, mate?
All right, how's your
By
pizza?
God, man. Can I speak to Rudy Ramsey, please? Rudy, see when it gets to Christmas and you get turkey, it must just look like a welfare dinner to you, man. What dinner you had the other night, I was fit for a king, man. Anyway.
Did you, does Mrs. Stevie not treat you like that?
Oh, Myra Hinley, dear, man, if I asked her for a cup of coffee after my tea, I get my throat slit. No, I mean, don't push your luck, one of them ones. But, listen, guys, can I talk about the game? And to stare, I thought were brilliant. What I mean by that is, we're after the ball work. We're chasing down, hunting packs, getting the ball. I watched that, and it was brilliant to watch. It's as if they're saying something to each other, and then they go hunting, and it's absolutely brilliant. And let's not be kidding. Although they get beat by the Minnows before they play Does, they're still a good team, man. And we put them to bed nicely, and it was a good performance all round. Anybody that came on the park made a wee impact on. It wasn't too bad. One of the worrying things for me was watching Jamie Murphy right enough. I thought he get pulled down in one of the things that I watched him when he got up. I don't know if he was winded and it was just that he was sore with his leg, but it was a kind of wee bit of a worry looking at him, But other than that, guys, I thought the players were brilliant. I thought we done really well.
The energy,
against the top 5 French side, the top 5, weren't they?
Aye. The energy.
You can't argue with that.
The energy with the ball and without the ball was excellent, mate. Talking about people with energy. We've been joined by Albert. How are we doing, Albert?
I'm great, Troops. How are you all doing?
Hey, Albert.
Albert.
Rudy, who are you married to? Jamie Oliver?
He wishes, mate. He wishes.
I'm sitting here slapping, by the way. That's not right.
Oh, you're not the only one.
Listen, Rudy looks after her as well, boys.
Oh, you better believe it. That's what I'm saying about the credit card bill. I'm waiting on that coming through, you know.
What'd you do, Rudy? Stay out of the way.
What's possible? Stay out from under her feet, Albert.
Couldn't they take her into free mark, Rudy, after all that crap?
Hey. I like to see what it costs me, Stevie, the night out. You know what I mean? When I take her out. Oh. I have to go and have a word with the bank manager first before I go out.
But people just outside your door waiting for the scraps when you finish your tea.
Hey, Stevie, you're right though. See the energy that was put into being after the ball yesterday, the way they were closing down in that first 45 minutes especially. But for the first 45, I thought it was exceptional. They just came out the traps right for the first whistle, didn't they?
Yeah, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And I think the wee man Cadiz, he missed this Joseph game. I think he came out with a wee point to prove, you know what I mean? And that's the really good thing about having that squad. They're all fighting for their positions now. They know when they go on, they've got to go and do the business.
Yep.
And that's a good thing about having that pool.
Stevie, I think a good thing about that squad and that team, whatever 11 they put out, see if anybody wants to be lazy in that team, will stick out like a store thumb, you know what I mean? You'll just not get away with it.
No, there's no hiding place now. He's got a squad where everybody's wanting to play for him. That's the good thing. They're all wanting to play for Gerrard. They're all wanting to play for each other. Even when Big Golson stole the goal off Katic, you could see the camaraderie between them all. Do you know what I mean? You could see a wee bit of binding there together, you know, and that makes all good for things in the future.
I thought that was a wee bit far out for Golson after he's missing Thursday night.
I was kind of laughing when he hit the bar again. He was on the line and he hit the bar against St Joseph. How did he miss that?
No, it's not. We've not got to it. There was a lot of good play, a lot of nice play. Great goal, the second goal with Candias. But maybe the first goal summed the performance up there. When the Rebo goes and hassles the boy and gets the ball, gets it and then plays it to Morelos.
Yep.
And it's that work in midfield. And by the way, when you play like that, players are not going to play every week because that's high intensity, all better.
Oh, aye. When you play like that, you can understand why the squad's so big. Know what I mean? Because you're right, they're not going to keep it up. I'd love to be able to say they would all keep it up and you could pick a settled 11, but it ain't going to be like that. It just isn't. I like the boy. Just to see, like, say, Candia's second goal. I need me to say something about that. That's a world-class goal. I don't care, that's a friendly. That's a world-class goal, by the way. That is absolute. On the one movement, brings it down with his right and puts it away with his left on the one movement. Come on,
yeah,
world-class.
Just superb.
That was, you got to give the boy credit there, know what I mean?
That was Messi, old bear. You'd see over and over again on Sky and all these channels, if that was Messi.
You're right, Rudy. You're absolutely right, mate.
If you pull the ball down with your right foot and put it away with your left, you're world-class.
I think so. I think the way the boy done it, I think that was brilliant.
That'll do me. Thanks very much.
Oh, come on. Old bear, watch what you're doing with him because all you're doing is giving him food. He just turns around and says, that's what happened. I used to do that.
That's Rudy's job. Rudy's to give him food, not me.
But you're right, old bear. It was absolutely world class. Any superstar in the world does that. They're going to be raving about it for days. You know what I mean?
But can I just say, Rudy, just to add flavour to it, the cross of it. Sorry.
Oh, Bridgeman,
I know. I can't help it. It's all coming up. I think that the young Ryan Jack, he was virtually on the centre spot when he made the pass. Just fabulous. Just absolutely
That's what I'm saying.
Great
pass. That finished that pass. I mean, Jack's sitting there going like that. He's not only done it for himself, he's done it for Jack. I know. I mean, he made that pass even better than it was. I mean, it was a brilliant pass. I'm not saying it wasn't a brilliant pass, but he made it even better by scoring the goal the way he did it.
100%.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, you're talking about people who's different gravy. We've been joined by JFK.
Oh.
Hello, is that Rudy's Diner? Could I have a 16 and a 90, please?
Boy.
All right, troops, how you all doing?
All right, Jimmy.
I'm good, Rudy. Big Stevie, all there. My good friend, Oxchair, Bridgeman as well, and my pal, Fox in the background. How you all doing tonight, guys? Good result yesterday, yeah?
Oh, everybody's in a good mood.
It's good to be in a good mood, mate. And I saw my big pal Stevie. Met a few of the radio guys yesterday for a libation in the local hostelry near Ibrox, the Loudon. So it was good. Really enjoyed it. So I listened to his waxing lyrically about Stephen Davis. I kind of disagree with what you've said there. Absolutely wonderful game. And I didn't fall asleep this time, Oxchair. I managed to be there for the full 90 odd minutes.
I was actually looking for you on the TV.
I thought you would have been. Anyway, no. It was a thoroughly great performance. You know, I mean, let's not get carried away. We know it was a friendly, but that team finished fifth in the French League last season and had a few decent players in their team. I've no complaints at any of the performances yesterday. I'd like to see a bit more of Jordan Jones right enough because I really rate him. I don't know what Daniel Candace has done wrong to stay out of the European squad because that was yesterday again. His first goal was sublime, cracking goal. You know, so
listen, GFK. If Daniel Candace plays like that every weekend, he can stay out of the European squad.
You're right, mate. You know, so obviously we all knew that the gaffer would play like a shadow. He made another 11 substitutions throughout the game, so basically the same as he did last week. But this week's game was more entertaining than last week. The Marseille team actually put up a game, so I was really pleased. Decent crowd again, 27,000 I think it was. So it was a good day, nice day to spend with the troops, and a thoroughly good result, taking it on to the St Joseph's game on Thursday, guys.
I mean, look, as we said, I'll go to Stevie, but I said the first two goals excellent. The third goal obviously a wee bit. The fourth goal, Defoe's goal, nice move, and we could have scored more goals. That was the frightening thing.
100%, Ox. I mean, let's be honest, that keeper pulled off 2 world-class saves, so he did. One for wee Greg Docherty, and I can't think who the other one was.
Jones, the volley.
Huh?
Jordan Jones, the volley for Jordan Jones.
Aye, that's right, aye. Jordan Jones and Greg Docherty. I mean, I watched it off. 2 great saves of that. It could have been, it could have been better than that again. Rangers were just absolutely brilliant. And the work off the balls we've been talking about. And see Stephen Davis, he's reading the game. We know he's not as fit as what he used to be, but see that, just having that knowledge of the game, where to be, put yourself, he was absolutely outstanding.
Yep.
Some odd fella coming back, man.
Pink and blue.
I thought Stephen Davis was absolutely fantastic, so I did. And by the way, the Rangers goalies never had much today. Big Wes had one great save at the end.
That's for the free kick, mate.
Aye.
Excellent save.
Aye, excellent. But anyway, for me, it was really good. It was a very good game. I'm just glad Jimmy stayed away to see the goals. And by the way, Jimmy, can I ask you, it was nice meeting your other boy. I didn't even know you had another boy. Between you and Stardog, how many wins have you got?
Oh, that's my 2 looky-likeys, mate. Big Mark, 6'3", big boy, big boy. 2 great boys. He'd a laugh at. Just to let you into a wee bit of secret, guys. He'd a right chuckle at Big Stevie. He couldn't believe it. Stevie started to expose himself in front of him.
What?
If Stevie wants to expose his tattoo, he's all let him do it because it's a lovely tattoo.
Oh, is that one of that Welsh town he's got?
The go that one.
All I can say, Stevie boy, is you made a good impression on my boys, and that to me that means a lot. And I think you're a gentleman, mate, and I mean that. So my 2, especially Mark, I say that's the famous Stevie you keep hearing me talk about. So, I've not got to use yet, so we'll just leave it like that now. But Big Stevie's the man now. Cheers, Stevie boy. Cheers, mate.
So has young Mark not been up at the what do you call it, the bistro yet, no?
He was there one game last season. He's going to try and make it up. Due to work commitments, he's no managed to get to most of the games. But we'll maybe see a wee bit more of him this season.
That'd be nice, yeah. That'd be nice.
So it was a nice day. Good.
Not that we're fed up looking at you. But,
they always are. Same as the wife. She's always fed up looking at me. If I had a wife like Rudy feeding the way she's feeding him, I'd probably not think about leaving her, but there you go.
Jimmy, it was also really nice to meet young King Jer.
King Jer was there as well.
That was really good, so a big shout out to King Jer. Well done, pal.
Yeah. So
great, fantastic.
Good stuff.
Fantastic. So the positives are just because we're not getting carried away. It's a friendly. We've won 4-0. We play was that 13 goals in 3 games, no lost a goal. We're working hard. Our team's looking fitter. You could even see a difference in the fitness this week for last week, all better.
Oh, definitely. I mean, it's all coming together. You can see it's coming together. I was happy with the boy Edmondson. He really fills a part of the park. He's a unit. Aye, he looks the part. The boy, he'll give him his due. No fancy stuff. Just no nonsense. Good passer of the ball and all. And I like the Aribo and I like Tojo. They fill the park as well. And that's what Steven Gerrard's been known for ages. We always need presence on the park. We need more presence on the park, and these boys fit that bill. Also, you need to take Gerrard needs to take credit along with the rest of his staff for see the Candace goal and the Jack pass. I'm putting that down to good coaching. These boys weren't doing that last year and the year before. They weren't doing the passes, you know what I mean, and finishing. A wee Candace especially starting to shoot. I said it last year. Our boys were a better player. Some player we would just start shooting there because he's got a dig on him. And then the pass with Ryan Jack, he wasn't doing that type pass. He was doing the wee spoiling and knocking it 5 yards, 10 yards each side of him. So, the fitness, definitely. It's all going the right way. I'm not going overboard on it, but it's definitely going the right way.
I thought that that pass from Ojo for the wee header by Defoe was just outstanding as well. So that was a really well worked move that was a really well worked move from inside their own half and down the wing they went to. Just wonderful, beautiful little chip, beautiful little chip.
The cheeky step over bridge before he
I
mean, to have the confidence just to pull that off, wee cheeky step over and then, split second later the chip in for Defoe to head it in. It was superb. It was brilliant.
Are you saying if you do step overs, it makes you a really good player?
Don't start him.
It was
kind of day step overs. Forwards
to
have that confidence though, Ox, to pull that off, just you're trying to get the ball into the box, he powered down the wing, he gets the better of the play catches him a wee bit and he does a wee cheeky step over, gives him a wee split second to get the ball past the player and into Defoe's head. It was outstanding. It was outstanding to watch, it really was.
Can I say something?
On you go, Stevie.
I just want to talk about Jordan Jones' wee bit of skill. What did you think of that, guys? He dazzled the boy. He done the wee flick king. That was absolutely fantastic. Full of confidence. That had me up. That was absolutely fantastic, man.
When you talk about Candace's goal, see if that the volley for Jones in the first half again and the passing that was involved in
that was fantastic as well, wasn't it?
He hit the ball too well, Oxtear. He hit it. No, he hit it. It was a fantastic dig at it, but he hit it too well. A wee sclaff might have put it in the bottom left-hand corner, but
the hit half Ali's ankle and went in, wasn't it?
I think he's starting to get just the old Bear was saying about the coaching. I think he's been picking up some good tips for the coaching as well. I'm just waiting for the time he scores his first goal because he had a couple of chances. A couple of chances came his way and he had a lovely shot, one lovely shot that just missed. So really hopeful for him because I think he's a smashing player.
You notice that boy Jones and all, by the way. See when the ball is doing the opposite wing for him. See the ball is doing the opposite wing for him. With Jones. Watch where he is. The ball is doing that opposite wing. He's always in the middle of that box. He's hanging about the middle of that box. And that's what Kent know them one day. And that's what Gerrard was trying to get them to do. Candace as well. Get in the middle of that box. Attack the back post in the middle of the box when the ball's down the other wing. Jones just does it naturally. He just does it naturally.
I think he's going to be a good player.
You can get 4 goals a season, half a dozen goals a season, mate, just by getting in there.
Just tap-ins, just bounce, ricochets, anything. Just drop. How many times... Lineker made a career out of just farting about in there.
Yeah. Quite a lot of centre forwards made a great career out of just in there in the right place at the right time, put it in the net. I thought that the one I felt for it could have been possibly maybe should have scored was Katic. He had about 3 balls came his way and unfortunately I thought that Goldson stole that one off him. I thought he stole it off him. The header and it was just landed.
There's 2. That's right. There's 2 of them he should have headed down the way. Bridgeman. You see that he's trying to hit the top corner.
And one he got the Katic managed to get his foot to it. It was a ball came right across, missed everybody except him, and it just squeezed past the post. So it was very unfortunate there. But he was the mere fact that they're always in there. Him and Goldson now they're always in there. That's kudos to them because they'll at least they'll be in there causing problems.
Aye. Can I ask Big Stevie and then Rudy can come in next and then GFK? Did actually 4-0 flat on Marseille?
Oh, aye, definitely. That's what I was saying. But you've got the 2 saves right away, world-class saves. The keeper made, that could have been 6. I think it did, I read. But listen, I thought Rangers, I mean, they're getting away with their tail between their legs, because there's no way in the world they thought they were coming to Ibrox and getting, I mean, the intensity, the running after the ball, everything Rangers done, they'll get away. They'll take something out of that game. That's the only thing I can say. They must take something out of that game, say, listen up, we were absolute good at football, listen there. I mean, apart from one shot for the free kick, what else did they have? I mean, signing players at 15, 20 million pounds. I mean, every one of their players is 5 million quid and up. One shot at our goal, 2 shots, maybe possibly.
You hit the nail on the head there. You used the correct word there, Steve. We gave them a lesson. That's what they got. They got a lesson. You know, you're talking about players, as you say, 5, 10, 15 million for players, you know, and you look at what that squad's been put together on up to now. Look at how that squad's been put together, Rangers squad. I'm talking.
Rudy, I read, Rudy, sorry for butting. I read somewhere that their teams assembled that comes to 180 to 110 million pounds, and yours was something like 8 million.
Aye.
We assembled a team for 8 million pounds. But can I tell you, they guys they'll get away with a different whole repertoire about the teddy bears, that's for sure, because they were closed down, they were battered. That's what they were. They were absolute battered, oiled apart. Every time they get the ball in their game in France, you probably walk up in a halfway line. We were oiling them like a rash, closing them down, hunting them in packs. They couldn't put up an intensity. Rangers had them, and they get an absolute football lesson. And Ox is right, what he's saying. He's right. It did flatter them. 4-0 flattered them. It could have been 6 or 7.
Easily could have been 6 or 7. And as you say, it flattered them. And I watched the game yesterday, and then I had such a good feeling, you know. And everybody's going on about how, you know, the day they're saying, but it's only a friendly. Like you said, Stevie, you look at the money that was spent on that team. You would never have known how much was spent in Marseille and how much we'd spent on Rangers so far this season. If you had somebody
8 million quid. Somebody compared the 2 lineups, and I think yours came to 8 million and theirs came to 108, between 100 and 110 million pounds.
There you go. And you would never have known that, would you? With the performance.
Definitely no. Definitely no, man. Brilliant.
It's a multi-million-pound midfield they had out. 80 million pound at midfield or something. Incredible. Aye.
Is it Parker? Much is he worth alone?
I noticed one of the guys who's a very expensive guy. He just fell. The ball came to him and he just fell. Nobody near him. He trapped the ball. He must have kicked his own ankle or something like that, you know, and went down. And get kept
that was a one daft with my T-shirt when I was showing Jimmy my tattoo.
Stevie boy. Brilliant.
The only thing I see, apart from the worry or concern I had about Jamie Murphy, there was a point in the middle, sort of first 10 minutes of the game, maybe 15 minutes of the game, that Morelos and Candias were having words with that tall guy with the big hair of Marseille. So they would maybe run in battle there. A bit of
he was a Brazilian.
Brazilian then, you know, they're speaking similar languages, let's put it that way. So they had some words together, and I thought that I would love it if our captain just walked up to them and told them to shut up and go on with it, you know. Just because the referee can get fed up listening to them again. So, come here, there's a booking, you know.
I think you need to realise, I know, guys, I think you need to realise, I mean, I enjoyed it as well as much as everyone. I totally agree with you, but they turned up for a training session. They got hot with something they weren't expecting. They turned up there and expected, right, well, do a wee Sunday afternoon kickabout, get a wee bit of fitness in. But when they seen the intensity Rangers were at, they were like, by the time they recovered, it was too late. Rangers were just over the top, and they couldn't hack it. But they get the fright of their life, by the way, because they weren't expecting it. They were expecting the usual a few pass it to me, and then we'll walk for a couple of feet, and then I'll pass it to you, and we'll not break too much sweat, but we'll get some fitness in here. What they actually got was a semi competitive game, and they just weren't expecting it, because Big Katic halved one of them in 2, and they were all going mental about it.
Oxford, can I come in there? I heard what Big Stevie says about the current value of the squads. Your squad's currently valued at 8.1 million, and I'm talking about 25, 26 players. At this moment in time, Olympic Marseille are valued at £191.2 million. Right, that just shows you the disparity there. You know the money wise. You know the big Mandanda in goal. He's not a bad goalkeeper. 3.25 million. Gustavo was there. You know,
Payet was there as well, Jimmy.
Aye, Payet was there. Caleta Carr was there as well. So, I'm really pleased. Like you say there, Oxshare, I mean, 1-4-0. It should have been another 3 or 4.
But Jimmy, I'm a bit concerned about it. Are you getting mistaken with the evaluation of the team from across the city?
Aye.
Just a joke, pal.
I just got you. Aye. Aye, well, aye. Maybe
that's only the one player.
Aye. But
just change the subject quickly. There's some poll or some stat place that values teams and sees how much ability they've got. I see you've been sort of seeded in somebody. I'll get the name before it. Well above them, they'll be going nuts, wouldn't they?
Yeah. But about 14 places above them, allegedly.
I read that. Some.
It's just brilliant, isn't it?
Florian Thovan yesterday. He's worth 40.1 million.
Is that what they paid for him, Jimmy?
That's what his value is now.
I agree with Albert's assessment, but what I will say, Albert, if they turned up and we'd get beat for nothing, you imagine what this show would have been like.
Oh, well, Jesus! Sorry, Jim, that was proved in I was sitting reading my papers online today and comparing it to yesterday, and also some other remarks. You know, the puddle drinkers drew nothing each with Rons, right? Rens, what you like to call them, and no, they were putting a lot of plaudits on the wee thumbhead. You know, it was really just a training game, and Celtic flew through it. You know, but me today it was. Marseille treated the Rangers game yesterday like a second-rate training match. You know, look, guys, are never going to get the credit, and we should enjoy it while we can.
Jimmy, can I say something there?
There you go, pal.
Can I say something? Now, their managers just knew Andrew Villa-Boas, say VB or whatever they call him. Now, you get beat back in Stanley. There's nobody in the world they were coming to Ibrox and no want to win.
Of course.
He might want a win under his belt. And I get what everybody's saying. Maybe they treated it just, right, we'll go up to Ibrox and we'll see what we get. But there's nobody in the world they'd wanted beat. He's wanted to get a win under his belt.
Definitely
He's wanted to get a win under his belt. And for people, you can only beat what's in front of you.
Yep.
And we gave them a lesson, an absolute lesson. And I don't care why they turned up. It was 11 men against 11 men. And you look at the valuations of the two teams.
Yep.
By the way, you think it was us that was worth 181 million. And the bottom line for me is there's no way that AVB came to Ibrox saying, oh, if we get beat, we get beat. It's just pre-season. They came to Ibrox to beat us, and we gave them an absolute lesson. And I'm taking nothing away from that Rangers team. Their performance was absolutely fantastic. And I agree with Albert to a certain extent, but there's no way in the world after him getting embarrassed with, I was at Akron and Stanley, then coming to Ibrox that they were getting it up. We'll just treat this as a training session. No way in the world. They came to beat the Rangers and they got an absolute lesson. As Bridge would say, they got a mollicator.
I love it, pal. Love it.
You're right, Stevie. They certainly didn't come looking for a 4-0 drubbing, because that's what it was by the end of the 90 minutes. It was a 4-0 drubbing.
They're getting slaughtered, Rudy. They're getting slaughtered by the French media.
Aye, they're already questioning AVB.
They came to Ibrox and wanted that result that they got.
Exactly.
Friendly or no? No way. They're getting
How is your
slaughtered.
French, Stevie?
What?
How is your French?
Well, I'm going to give you a wee song. I can sing the Bully Boys in French.
Go on yourself, pal.
Bonjour. You from the Gaston de Ballet. A man of many talents.
Aye.
Love it.
I hope she doesn't hear that van. She'll be wanting an oyster. I'm looking down. I'm started after the 12th. I've been walking all weekend.
Not doing these stairs. Get us a sponge.
Oh. Anyway, guys, listen. Can I give us a wee plug, Ox, and then I'll let you carry on. Just my wee parade. It's the 3rd for the boy died in Ibrox disaster. It's at 5 p.m. Aye, for Robert Mulholland Memorial Parade. The boy died in Ibrox disaster, age 16. We have a wee parade, we go up his wee monument, lay a couple of wreaths, play him a few tunes, then we go into the hall at night and have a few libations. The band gives a wee tune for the boy. And it's, as I said, it's a really good thing that the boy's day, keeping his memory alive. There's a lot of hard work he's into it. And if any of the people or punters on Rangers Radio would like to come, it's just funeral gear, black trousers, white shirt, black tie, fun at the end of the band and pay your respects. He's a mellow welcome, guys. So that's a Robert Mulholland Memorial Parade on Saturday the 3rd at 5 p.m. to Chapel Halls. Okay, guys?
Yeah, mate.
Good man.
Store that, shoot in the corner. It'd be good to get the star dug through in his waves and beef the parade up a wee bit, you know what I mean?
If Star dug in his waves,
Rudy, you want to do the catering? You want to do the buffet? I'm sure all the locals out here, the drum would love scallops and all your continental muppet you'd eat every night.
You need to talk to Mr. Rudy about that, Stevie.
Hey, scallops in the drum is Volks, isn't it?
We'll show you how to wallop a scallop. That's about the only thing we was talking. But anyway, listen, guys, I'll let you go. Thanks for letting me plug the wee parade, and it's good to talk to you and see you on. We're all the Rangers Radio family. It's a great wee paternity. And for any new listeners, brilliant, great radio show, Ox, boys, Fox, all the Bears. Thanks for giving us the stage to do my wee bit there for young Robert Mulholland. Nobody should go to flip my match and knock him home, guys. I think we can agree on that.
Stevie, keep it going for the Rangers.
Brad, see, every time you say that, I can't get that's me hyper now because I'm wanting to keep it going for the Right, guys. I'll see you later on. Right, over now. I'll catch you later. Cheers.
Cheers, Stevie.
What a man. And by the way, it's great with the day in it. I mean, that boy was, I believe, 16 when he went to that game in
1971.
72, you know. 71, sorry. And obviously, keep his memory alive is a worthy cause that they've took upon themselves, the boys in Drumchapel. And
right at the end there, as Stevie says, nobody should go to a football match, no matter who Ox. Nobody should go to a football match and no community. You know, no sense.
Well, you've got to put any context, mate. There's a few times we've all went and no went home, but that's a different thing altogether. You know what I mean?
Aye, of course.
Yeah. You know, but such a young man. But great when the boys are doing, and that's the Saturday night before the season starts, 5 o'clock. So if anybody's got a spare half an hour or a spare non-Stevie 10 hours, make your way up there and you'll enjoy yourself.
Yep. I'll be there. Definitely. A good night.
Well, you better add another couple to the buffet then, Rudy, if JFK and that's going up.
just bring plenty of Grey Goose with you.
I'll take names for the buffet, Jimmy.
Good man. Don't like scallops.
That's all right. I'll sort you out.
I'm not into that, all that fishy stuff, man. That's a bit poggy.
I'll sort you out with some burgers, Jimmy. Don't worry.
That'll do me. You know that's what I like. 3 burgers, mate. It'll do me.
Jimmy 3 burgers, right? Okay.
Jimmy 3 burgers. You know, no onions.
I can't believe you're so new on us, JFK, considering where you were brought up. You know what I mean?
Well, you knew me when I was a quarter of my size, mate, so that just shows you how I've eaten all the years. I've eaten 3 of me.
Ain't we all, mate? Ain't we all?
Definitely, pal. But hey-ho, that's what it's all about.
Aye, so anybody who's about third, there'll not be the last time we'll mention it up until the run-up. Worthy cause to support who you go to time for the Rangers family, of course, and the Mulholland family.
Yeah.
So look, that many positives for yesterday. We've not even really get into it. When the first tour's nearly gone, Bridge. What does that say about the performance?
What was that about the performance, Ox, yeah?
The first hour of the show's gone. We've not really dissected them. We've not really mentioned the boys that came on in the second half, or the negative of Murphy. And the first hour of the show's gone. What does that tell you about yesterday's performance?
People are very happy with it and want to talk about it. They really do. And they love to listen to hear. Some of them may agree with us or disagree, it doesn't really matter. But they enjoy the overall performance and the result was excellent. And it's big kudos for Rangers. Big kudos. And there's apparently there's a bit of a spat going on somewhere on Twitter or one of these organisations somewhere about them playing at home as well and drawing nothing each or something like that in the weekend.
Talking about Twitter, I don't do Twitter. Rudy, you do Twitter?
Say that again, Bridgman. Sorry, what did you say?
Do you do Twitter?
Well, sort of. I just kind of started to, but I can't really seem to get to grips with it. I'm not as au fait with it. My nephew tells me all the stuff that's happening on it. You know, he helps me.
Anyway, if anybody wants to follow the Rangers radio page, Staunches is doing some great work on there. Up-to-date news, videos. He does some gifts for you, Bridgman. He's turning you into a mega star.
I love him.
You're more famous this new than Ben Stokes.
He's very famous, by the way. Very famous. So thank you, Staunchest.
You might not be he'll be charging you soon, but brilliant work, and it'd be great to support him. So anybody's no on Twitter, what do you do? Send a how do you follow somebody?
I think what I can make you you've got to start your own page, or you've got to start your page up or something like that first, and then you can just follow anybody who's
like, Charles, that's your first job with the tunes on. You can go and follow Rangers Radio on Twitter. Get us followed, get the numbers up for Staunches. He's doing a great job.
Anyway, take me some time.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow.
I noticed you didn't ask me if I do Twitter.
I was going to come to that all, but I'm taking that.
Well, I'll tell you what I do. I'll tell you what I do. Oh, I tell you what I do. I do phone calls and do's. That's it. If I can't give you the phone call, I'll send you a do. No. I'm not in the pictures. I'm only kidding you on.
Oh, was it Clappy do's?
That Clappy do's.
Oh, there's a thing.
Oh, there we go. The bridge going now.
Talk about lovely selfish.
Like Clappy do's. You're too fishy.
Big whelps.
Oh, superb. Get yourself in mute and we'll have a tune for your thoughts.
They come from all of Glasgow, they come from near and far. They come from every Highland glen, from here to Lochnacar. They sail from dear old Belfast to the bonny banks of Clyde. They gather round to Timeless Park and loudly sing with pride. Oh yes, R-E-N-G-E-N-R-N-S. In case you didn't catch it, friend, now set your mind at rest. Oh yes, R-E-N-G-E-N-R-N-S. The boys in blue of Ibrox, I the Scotland's very best. Oh yes, R-E-N-G-E-N-R-N-S. In case you didn't catch it, friend, now set your mind at rest. Oh yes, R-E-N-G-E-N-R-N-S. The boys in blue of Ibrox, I the Scotland's very best. There's Richie Shearer, Robin, John Craig McKinnon too. There's Baxter, Henderson, George McLean, they proudly wear the blue. There's Miller, Brandon, Wilson, what better could you want? Plus 70,000 Rangers fans that proudly sing this chant. Oh yes, R-E-N-G-E-N-R-N-S. In case you didn't catch your friend, I'll set your mind at rest. Oh yes, R-E-N-G-E-N-R-N-S. The boys in blue, the Ibrox, I the Scotland's very best. Richie Shearer, Robin, John Craig McKinnon too. There's Baxter, Henderson, George McLean, they proudly wear the blue. There's Miller, Brandon, Wilson, what better could you want? Plus 70,000 Rangers fans that proudly sing this chant. Oh yes, R-E-N-G-E-N-R-N-S. In case you didn't catch your friend, I'll set your mind at rest. Oh yes, R-E-N-G-E-N-R-N-S. The
Bridge, you like that one? Struggled with the spelling.
No, is it Lex McLean? Brilliant.
I would
it was
think so, mate.
McLean,
The one and only.
Rangers. Just love it. And all the old names from my day.
Aye.
Maybe Albear will remember them as well.
Aye, I remember some of them, aye.
I think on here you should be not so old bear. You know what I mean? I think you're only be fair.
Why is that?
You know why.
Cheek. Fucking shocker, you, by the way. A shocker.
Shocker.
Man's a shocker. Man's a shocker.
Imagine saying that to the Bridge, man. Eh?
What a shocker that is.
So we need, that's a challenge for the season. We need to get all bear on Twitter.
Aye.
I need to buy my computer first.
Oh, I've got an iPad. I've got that. I don't know how to work it, but I've got one. Aye. I use it for my wobbly table.
I love it.
Right. What a song that was. That was a great...
You enjoy that?
Well, I saw Lex McLean in the Pavilion Theatre, and near the end of the show, I'm not going to... I'll use the word bugger. He says, for any of you that don't like this song, there's the exits, you can bug it off, and he sang that song. That was his last song.
I used to go to the Bankies Club many years ago, Jimmy.
Yep.
And he was a big, shall we say, a big supporter of the Bankies Club, and it was really good.
And the House
some smashing nights.
House Hotel in Drumchapel as well. I used to go there quite a lot.
Well, as I'm talking about before the Hills was even thought of. There you go.
Aye.
It was tremendous in there, you know. It was a
great song. Good choice, folks.
Great character.
Great song. Things back
See,
there.
but I mean, not so old bear.
Great.
The House Hotel, my God Almighty.
That goes back a bit, did it?
Yeah, well, I mean, I had left from Chapel before that was built, you know. So the House Hotel. That is.
Used to go and see stupendous acts like Christian.
Christian,
well, you get to 2
He's still going to do.
Is he? Aye.
Well,
you
he's still going to do.
You get to 2 o'clock in the morning, so that was a bonus point. So could Davey him singing as long as he had a good swally.
I think he's in his 70s now.
Is he? That's nearly the same. Is he?
Aye.
Oh, I don't think he was still going. Anyway, good tune. Good choice of tune.
Enjoyable.
Definitely.
Anyway, let's talk about the boys that came on the second half. But before we do that, do you think it'd be fair for the manager get his thoughts in the game?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
all right, so get yourselves on mute. We're here for our manager, Stephen Gerrard, MBE.
Stephen, friendly or not, how impressive was that performance from the boys today?
Yeah, I was very impressed. I thought it was outstanding performance from a team point of view, and obviously across the board there was a lot of strong performances. Marseille had a good team, got good players, a good manager, and you can see they've got a very high technical level. So it was a good test for us at the right time, and we're hoping that more high quality oppositions like that are going to roll into Ibrox if we go on a European run. So it's a great test for us, and we've passed it with flying colours. I thought we were really, really good across the board.
I know you're very much one for driving standards and getting the level all the time. How pleasing, therefore, that even with the changes you made through the game, they stayed the same.
Yeah, I think it's pleasing for the fans to see the evidence out there on the pitch of the standards that we're trying to drive. We'll be all over the players again on Tuesday. They'll have a down day tomorrow, and we'll be all over them again standards-wise, because we're representing Rangers, and the standards here for many, many years has been top draw. So for us to be successful and achieve things together, it's important that I keep pushing alongside my staff to keep that hunger and that consistency amongst the lads, because we believe the quality's in the dressing room. Now it's over to them, but we'll keep pushing. We will keep pushing them.
I appreciate it's still very early in the season, but the level that you're trying to get to this season to improve on last year, do you think you're finding that already?
Yeah, I think individuals coming in will certainly help that. I think you can see the quality of the new signings straight away. They've hit the ground running. We're hoping Philippe will follow suit. So we're really pleased with the squad shaping up nicely. You know, we've had 2 or 3 windows now to improve things, and we're very close to where we want to be. But now we've got to go and do all the hard work now and produce that on a regular basis when the games come round.
Again today, the quality of goal, fantastic. Pressing for the first one, great finishes, all round a good day.
Yeah, I think people will talk about us, our possession and how good we were on the ball, and we was. But, you know, representing Rangers, you have to be good on the ball and you have to own it and keep the ball in tight situations. But for me, the important thing, watching Rangers from afar before I came in, was I didn't see that hunger and that intensity out of possession. People who are hunting the ball back in packs, who will defend the colours for their life. And we've got players that are prepared to do that.
You mentioned Philip Helander. What will he add to your squad?
Well, you can see straight away he's a huge profile. I think you need that up in Scotland. You know, he's 6'4", he can defend the box early. He's a left footer, so he gives us something we haven't got. He gives us that natural balance where we will be able to play a back three if and when needed. He can handle the ball. You know, he's an international player and he's another leader. I don't feel as if we've got enough voices on the pitch, so getting another leader in will certainly help us. We want him to help us organise and keep clean sheets and defend the goal for his life. And for the amount of money we've paid, 3 million, we believe we've got an excellent player.
Well, Bridgell, Gaffer just keeps driving his own to the next level. Never happy.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's carrying us along quite well, isn't he, really? He's an absolutely wonderful speaker, and he's got all sorts of presence, you know. He just couldn't... You can't imagine, you know, that 2 years ago we were struggling with a Mexican crazy man, chasing caravans. And here we've got probably one of the greatest footballing icons of the his own generation. Just unbelievable stuff. And he's telling us, even though we played really well, we think we've played really well, it's not good enough for him yet. You know, I'm not saying that he's not happy. He's just, we can do better, And he's praising this young lad that he's brought in, this Reece guy. And I don't know, I'm sure I saw something in Follow that was, it's like 3 million or something like that he had apparently said. It's a bit of a bargain, isn't it?
Well, Eric mentions between 3 and 4.5 million. I don't know what's true, you know, plus add-ons and whatever. But look, he's a player.
Yeah.
Paid whatever we paid for him. 6'4", left-footed. Benched it once or twice, mate.
I think there's something natural about it. You get a bit of balance. You know yourself where you played midfield. I don't know whether you preferred the right or maybe a wee touch to the left, or maybe you like to go right through the centre. But most people
can play anywhere, Bridge, you know.
Most people can play most positions if they wish. Good players, well, they have to come by.
I wasn't one of them.
No, but I'm not being funny. It'll give you, if you want it, that boy will give you balance. And if he proves to be as good as what the manager thinks he's going to be, he mentioned it himself. It gives him the choice of tactic. He could put as I say, 3-5-2 or a variation, but he could play 3 at the back. He could vary the amounts and who he wants up front. So it gives him that choice if he wants to. And I would love it. I don't think it's going to happen. Probably not in the next 2 years anyway. But I'd love him to play a 3-5-2 as a hybrid. So I'm going to shut my mouth because I'm maybe going to piss people off because I absolutely love that. That's my favourite. What you got? Set up for football. Yeah, absolutely formation.
Yeah, well, it's all about opinions, mate. Look, when new signing came in, biggest signing we've had for a while. We never really mentioned them in the first part of the show. Albert, does that tell you where we're at, or does it tell you where we've been?
Well, I think it tells you where we've been. It's just one of the things that we've all learnt lessons. Don't get me wrong. I mean, the big boy talks well and he looks the part. He definitely looks the part, and I hope he's good. I hope he plays as well as he looks. But as far as I'm concerned at the moment, we've got 3 decent centre halves, and if that boy hits the ground running and turns out to be a good one, that's 4 decent centre halves we've got. I mean, that's some base. A good goalkeeper and a selection of good centre halves. I mean, that's some base to work for. And I'm looking forward to seeing this boy. I really am. I was pleasantly surprised with the boy Edmondson and I'm looking forward to seeing this boy now as well.
I think the boy Edmondson, the last 2 home games, has been quietly effective. Good distribution and very, very quick, mate.
Mm-hmm. And he's a unit. I like the way he looks. I like the build of the boy. I'm going, he's not going to mess about, that boy.
Reminds me in Bill why that boy is it Jones that plays with Man United, if that makes sense.
Aye.
So So JFK, as I said to Albert, we signed this player. And we're too busy infused with the players that we're playing on Sunday to talk about a new signing.
Yeah, you're right. It's where we were to where we are now, you know, and I think we can all appreciate that. I mean, the team that the gaffer's building, well, it's not just a team he's building, guys, is it? I mean, he's building a squad that is capable of competing at every competition that we're in, and it's pleasing to see. And they can't take away from us that we beat Marseille 4-0, whether it was a friendly or no, because it was an all-round great performance. And obviously, Herlander will enhance that. And it's a nice headache for the gaffer to have, you know, looking at some of the players that we've got, watching them all yesterday and last week, how he's tried different things with them, you know. And so I'm really pleased with the squad we've got. Do we need another one? Maybe yes, probably still need another striker. But we'll let the gaffer decide if that's going to happen. But overall, you know, it's giving him a good headache, especially in the back line. You know, is he going to leave Edmondson and Katic out for what he would term important games, and have obviously the big boy Herlander in there, along with Goldson and Barisic and obviously Tav. I'm the opinion of Bridgeman. I would like to try a 3-5-2 just to see in one of the friendlies how it works. But if it doesn't, then it doesn't work. But I can't see him doing it long term. I don't think he's that type of manager to play that, because I think it would affect the team going forward.
He's mentioned it, Jimmy, so it's obviously on his mind.
Yeah.
Hasn't he? And the fact that they've gone out and spent somewhere in the region of €4 million for the big fella Herlander, they must be fairly confident in what they're getting. You know, hopefully he's been well scouted, you know, and this is really what they're looking for. He's going to add a bit of balance to the centre-back position. But I've just been on about it long and weary about looking for a 6'3", 6'4" centre-back, left-footed. Well, we've got that now. So
see, a couple of people have been saying Oxshare on the Facebook and that, and one of some of the questions there, and it was the main question, was that, no, with Jones there, with Barisic, do you think that's a good combination? If you were talking about a 3-5-2, do you think that would work?
Well, where do you play Jones in a 3-5-2?
That's what I'm saying. But so with a 3-5-2, wouldn't it work?
Oh, Jones doesn't play. Candice doesn't play.
Exactly.
You know, but listen, if you're 2-0 up at Pataudry, you just want to see the game out and make sure you don't lose any goals. You go to that and you really stiffen it up, and you can have 5 at the back when you need it, and then you can break forward.
Yeah.
You know,
I think you've more chance of seeing that in Europe, Docs, than you do in the Premier.
Good shout, Albert. Aye.
I think, as I said earlier, we've got to have the right players. The manager must have the players and feel confident with them, because it can be messy. If it doesn't work right, it can be messy and cumbersome. It's got to be really, you've got to have the proper players in your mind, that they're the players that can play a 3-5-2. Otherwise, you can be in trouble. You know.
Did we go with a 3-5-2, Bridge, against Motherwell? Was it Motherwell last
year? We tried it once, and it sort of worked for a wee while, I think, you know. Now, don't get me wrong, it's great when it's flowing, wonderful when it's flowing, and as Oxshare says, if you want to go stiffen your defence up, just go back to 5-3-2, we're done with it, or 5-5, whatever way, because a lot of teams play that against us, don't they?
You've got to remember, we played it against Motherwell. Big Golson's a nightmare that day.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't take much to knock it off. All you need to have one player out of sorts, and you could be in a lot of trouble.
Can I say something else on Big Golson?
Aye.
Big Golson, I mean, everybody's thinking Big Golson's going to be the first team choice. Big Golson's got more, the two boys, Katic and Edmondson, challenging for his position than Big Herlander has got for his position. You know what I mean? So I don't think Big Golson's going to be the first team choice that everybody thinks he's going to be.
Right.
You know, Bert,
Another one is I've not heard anybody mention it, but we were talking about it at the game yesterday. What did you think of Polster yesterday?
Quietly surprised, mate, but it's hard to judge. And he came in and done a great job. Midfield done all right.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I'm surprised
and never looked out of place, mate.
Yeah. I'm more surprised, Jimmy, at Durant's comments on that boy Polster. He said he's a unit. He said he's bigger than you actually think when you're standing right next to him. I was like, I didn't really realise that he was that big. I didn't realise he was that well made. According to Durant, he is.
Well, he's a decent player, and as I say, I was quite surprised nobody's mentioned it today. I know we were on a bit of a high after the result yesterday, but if we're dissecting the game, watched it yesterday, we were all sitting and we thought that when they come on, with about 25 minutes to go or something like that, I think, he put his sail about well. He looked all right to me. I was pleased with his performance, so that's a bonus for us as well. So we've brought him in as one of his 8 signings, so really, really pleased that he's been added to the squad. Greg Docherty, I thought, done all right as well. And so I'm pleased with Aribo, Kamara. I'm pleased with everybody. Pleased with myself. How about that?
See with Greg Docherty, mate. See with Greg Docherty. It reminds me of what of Rudy. I mean, he's as fit as a junkie's dog, you know. He's
anything.
Where do you think Guy Burjonis is going to fit into this? Or do you think it's just his
skin? Mate, he's gone on loan, mate.
I think so. Aye.
It's a shame. See when you know the youth set up and you're breaking through, you need a lot of luck, timing and everything. The boy can play, but there's that many people in front of him. He's not going to get any games in the first team at the moment.
Yep.
But unless the manager sees something in him that. And he thinks he's going to challenge. I mean, there's a load of people there that you wonder if they're going to play every weekend. Yes, Rudy.
I don't see it. I mean, you look at our midfield; it's absolutely stacked. There's going to be seasoned professionals who are either going to be sitting on the bench or sitting in the stand come a match day. To bring young Burjonis in, and put him into that squad as opposed to sit him on the bench, maybe even possibly at a push. Maybe in a cup game or something, on a regular basis. No, it's not going to happen, and it's unfortunate for the young players showing a bit of promise like young Mayo, Lewis Mayo. He's the boy who never done anything wrong when he came in and he got his shot done really well. But when you look at his Helander now, you've got Edmondson there and you've got Katic and Goldson. Is he going to get in before any of they 4? Sincerely doubt it, unfortunately. So for me,
I'm looking at it a different way, Rudy. I'm looking at it a wee slightly different. I'm looking at see the boys that were bought the new and last year as well. See they boys are here to win the league. See if we win the league this year, I'm thinking that they'll be sold on at great profits, and the young boys will be ready to walk into the teams. And the ones that are going to be ready will be ready to walk into teams. Like Burjonis, McPake, maybe. The boy Mayo and all that, they're ready to come in for next year. We've already won. The pressure's off. We've already won the league. So I think that's what's going to happen.
That's a good point you make, Albert. The players that have been brought in, the newer players, like Ojo and Aribo and guys like that, they've been brought in for a reason. They've been brought in because, that league title is so important, and it's important that we do it this season. So for me, I don't have a problem with that. As long as when we get that 55th title, hopefully it's this season, Albert, then everything's up in the air again for me after that. Then you can start talking about young bears because the pressure's off, as you see. You can talk about bringing the young players in, Talk about bringing him in, your McPake. I mean, Pake, I think it was against Oxford, that wee bit of trickery.
Fabulous.
It was absolutely fabulous to watch Bridgman, wasn't it? And to have the confidence to pull that off by a young player, in front of a big crowd at Ibrox was fantastic.
So what you're saying, Rudy, if you get the ball, you get it between your legs, which is quite easy, and you jump up and flick it, that makes you a really good player.
Another one of your tricks, was it?
Is that what you're saying? I'm just asking.
I'm saying aye. That's exactly what I'm saying.
He's on a roll.
He's on a roll, isn't he?
Can I come in an Ox there?
On you go, mate.
I'm just going to say that you're talking about Polster. I think he's a very good player. I don't know if he's going to be a star, but he's a very good player. Against Oxford, they had a smashing game. Playing it right back there until Tav came on. And the other day there, yesterday, he came on. and I hardly put a foot wrong. As I say, I'm not going to say I wouldn't say he's going to be a big star for us, but we don't know because we've only seen him twice. But my goodness gracious, he's a big unit, a guy, and he can put himself about and he can play.
He's not going to get in front of Tav Bridge, is he? But I tell you
I would doubt it very much. I would doubt that very much.
He's going to be a good replacement, though, isn't he? You know, if Tav has to come.
I believe he's got a 10-year contract.
Well,
he strikes me as the type of player that you've got to play him more often to keep his fitness right up. He's one of the players that if he doesn't play enough, his fitness will go right down. He's like Charlie Adams. Charlie Adams is one of the players that we ate a crispy put a stone on. I think Louis Polster's the exact same.
I think the boy Polster.
It just appears like that to me.
Yeah, I think if by chance the Rangers decided they were going to let Tavernier go, then I think Flanagan's injured at the moment, so the boy Polster would be a natural. When I say natural, an obvious replacement until Tavernier get back on his feet if he was injured, or indeed he would just take over from him.
I'm going to ask you this question, lads. I'll take it around the panel. I'm going to do it based on intelligence. Right, what I'll do is I'll go the most intelligent first and we'll work my way around. All right, is that fair?
Yeah, I'll go to the other guys first, Ox.
All right, okay, mate. That's really nice of you to say that, Rudy. How'd you do the 7th? Right, what I'm going to ask you is, we're sitting this now and we're looking at all this. We've had nothing but positivity. What's our team against Kilmarnock away on the 4th of August? GFK, and remember, you went to a good primary school, so I know that. So you carry on.
Well, it's for me then. It's Griggsy in goal, Tavernier, Goldson, Helander, Barisic. In the middle, I would have Kamara, Stephen Davis. I'd say that. I'd want Arfield in there. I put Arfield on the right. I'd put Ojo. On the left, I would put Jordan Jones, and up front, Alfredo Morelos.
All right. Albert.
Same goalkeeper, same defence as Jimmy. Midfield, Davis, Kamara, Arfield. Up front, Morales, with Ojo on the right and Jones on the left.
That's pretty similar, isn't it?
Exact same.
Apart from you, I'd get Arfield, and you never had Arfield.
I did, mate.
Did you? Did you? Eh?
Well, I
I want to put Arfield in there.
I think they called that copying.
Copyright.
Rudy Bear.
Same goalie, same defence. Davis, Kamara, Aribo, the midfield. Ojo, Jordan Jones, and Alfie.
Bridge?
I'll go with the same as what Rudy just said. I think Jimmy had said the same thing. So I'd go with that.
All right. So sort of the big decision is where you fit in Arfield and Aribo. Is that pretty fair? And yesterday's hero wasn't mentioned. Candeias.
I thought about that though when I was thinking about Ojo. I was tossing a coin between Ojo and Candeias. I think 3 goals. He scored 3 goals in Candeias in his last 2 outings. I think between the two of them, for what I've seen so far, I think Ojo's got more about him, Ox.
Yeah.
I think he's got about him. I think he's tougher. I think he's maybe no pacier, but he's more direct than Candeias. And I think he's more likely to make things happen and run the edge of that box. And I think he'd take a shot at goal as well, as he's proved. I know Daniel's done that recently as well, but I just think Ojo's got more about him. I think he's more direct. I think he'd cause more problems for defences.
Can I just say that this is based on what we know right at this moment, those selections. I think the season doesn't start until when? 3 weeks' time. So maybe in this 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, you might find that some of the players flourish a bit better and sort of demand and fight, and Candace being one of them, tells a manager this, I want to play, and so on and so forth, and manages to outshine young Ojo, just for saying sake.
Yeah,
I don't think anybody would have any problems with that.
No,
If the boys,
I don't think Ojo's going to be allowed to come up here and sit on the bench, guys. I know we've talked about this before about players being brought up here for Liverpool or any other team and told that they must play X amount of games. I could, for what I've seen of Ojo right now, I think he's a star in the making. I think Daniel Candace's time has came now. I think he's going to be a squad player now, and Ojo will fill that berth. We're not going to talk about Ryan Kent now because we don't know what's going to happen, but I've not got any problem with Jordan Jones filling in for that. So I think Daniel Candace will need to wait for his time now. I think Ojo is going to be a star, and I think we can all see that. Aribo is going to be a star as well. He's a main player. Obviously, Ojo is a lone player, but he will get his time. He's young enough to push into the team. But for me, I think Daniel Candace will need to just sit on the sidelines. I agree with the Bridgeman saying, but I think that there's probably, for me, the strongest 11 if we were playing them all in the league or whatever.
Well, it's all about opinions.
Yeah, mate, definitely.
I mean, we're putting my stall out 3 weeks early, but the boy Jones last week, I don't think he'd been anybody's team. Obviously, a wee bit of improvement yesterday, but it's funny nobody's mentioned Hasty or Greg Docherty or Greg Stewart or
all impact subs. They're all impact subs. Candace, Stewart, Docherty, all impact subs. That's what they are at the moment. They might be supposed to swell in.
Absolutely right.
But at the moment, that's where I see them all impact subs.
I mean, they're good options to bring off the bench. Albert's right, but you can't see them at the moment for what we've seen so far getting into the first team. But then that could change in 3 weeks. As Bridgeman says, there's a few games to be played, so you don't know, we've still got the game against Blackburn, for instance. I know it's a friendly, but you don't know who's going to show up well in that. A possibility is maybe, Greg Stewart might show up well, Greg Docherty might show up well, might give the manager another wee headache, something to think about. But as it stands, for what I've seen, it sounds the same with the rest of the guys and off for what they've seen, that's pretty much, more or less, we've all picked the same team. That seems to be the strongest team at the moment, But going forward, as Bridge says, next 3 weeks, you just never know who's going to show up well.
Well, what are we going to do with the 2 new signings?
Well, there you go. We don't know who they're going
to be. Some bench, innit? Some bench.
Aye, it's a great bench. Real good quality on the bench, Some, as you say, Albert impact subs, we're going to need them as the season goes on. So, there's been times in the last season or two when you looked at the bench and you thought, who can we bring off the bench to change things? Well, sometimes we didn't have, especially with the injuries and suspensions last season, we didn't have enough quality on the bench. Well, that's hopefully remedied this season. There will be guys who come.
Well, ox your asses about our team then, guys. So, pick your bench for that game then.
Docherty, Candace, Aribo. There's 3 of them anyway. You can pick the other 4.
Wes, Edmondson, or Katic. See, there's a problem already, isn't it, Ox? You're thinking, is it Edmondson on the bench? If you start with Helander and you start with Gold, who are you going to have? You're going to need a centre back on the bench. Is it going to be Katic or is it going to be Edmondson?
Right.
What a great problem we have.
So in midfield, would it be Jack or Polster?
See, there you go.
And then you've got you've got Docherty and Aribo.
Yep.
Candace.
We never had that problem last year.
No, we did not. And obviously, we got a good reception. He came out to take the corner where we sit, Jamie Murphy.
Yeah.
So he done the DCL any harm yesterday. So it's a good headache to have, guys. As we said at the start of the show, where we came from, knew where we are.
If you start with Alfie, Jimmy, you're going to have Defoe on the bench as it stands at the moment, aren't you? So there you go, another place in the bench.
Of course, aye. That's what I'm saying. So it's a good headache he's got.
100%, yeah.
So there you are. That's a team that and a bench that should be able to compete and beat everybody this season. But let's hope that's what happens. So Aye, good headache to have, definitely.
As the manager said, I think you just that but you gave us there, Oxtear. I'm sure he said in that he's expecting to be playing, if we're lucky enough, to be playing something like 60 games. So he's building a squad, or he's getting a squad together that will take him through 60 games. So I think that's great planning. But as the last words, as JFK said there, big headaches. It can cause you huge headaches. So
there's wee Defoe never even get a mention.
I'm saying that, well, I think Defoe, they mentioned, if you're going to play Morelos, then it's obvious. I think it's obvious that he would be on the bench. Looking at it yesterday, I'm a big fan of Morelos. But I actually thought Defoe had a better game than Morelos, given the time that they were on the pitch.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Defoe looked an absolute quality player when he's when he gets near the ball, he holds it. You see his wisdom and pulls people in.
I'm right. I agree with you, Bridge. I think Defoe is a more intelligent player than Morelos, but Morelos is a stronger player than Defoe.
Oh, goodness, aye. Can't
disagree with you. He's got more skill than Defoe, but Defoe's got more intelligence, and I think he's a more natural finisher.
Mm-hmm.
The last month of the last season there, I've been saying consistently that I thought that Morelos is probably the best footballer overall, the best footballer in Scotland, and to me he was just absolute dynamite. Can dribble, can hold, can pass, can do all the things you wanted anybody to do, but unfortunately he fell into the red card scenario, and that was, to me, that was down to the referees allowing shit to happen to him, So, but no, seriously, I thought he was a fantastic player. He never showed any of that other than a wonderful pass, excuse me, in the first half to Candace for that goal. So I'm hoping big things happen for him. I hope he gets over his problems, whatever they are, and he gets tore in and becomes the same player as it was last season.
Well, Morelos has got that big red button syndrome, isn't he? Don't press that button syndrome.
Yeah. He nearly done that yesterday. He'd a wee go at Bobby Madden.
That's what I'm trying to say. People need to get up to him. Our team, our squad, need to run. Whenever he's involved in anything that happens on the ball, just go and push him away out of the way. Move. Away you go.
Did you see that? Did you go away in the lobby there? Did you hear him?
Aye.
Did you see the thing in Portugal, Bridgeman, when he lost at the 7-a-sides? They had a wee 7-a-side tournament, and Alfredo lost in the final. I had the team 7-8, and he lost, and he took a tantrum. The boy's just a winner. That's what it is about him, Bridge.
Yeah, but he was losing a wee bit yesterday, and that's sad, because given the situation from last year, we don't want the man to get sent off. So his teammates, in particular the club captain, should be, wherever possible, go and just drag him away, physically drag him away, and stop him talking to the referee, even talking to the referee, not moaning and complaining. Just stop talking to him, because all he's going to do is get him noticed. He's going to get himself noticed. Not that he doesn't need to be noticed anyway, but my goodness gracious, all you do, he could have got sent off yesterday dead easy, because he must have been swearing at the referee and swearing at that other player, in my opinion. And I'm sitting in the Copeland and I'm thinking, he's going to go.
I don't blame him for swearing at the referee. I mean, I was swearing at the referee.
Not that I would never do that,
On a Sunday, Albert.
She's like me. You'll need to calm down. Calm down, man. I'm throwing things at the telly and all sorts of nonsense, by the way.
Brilliant.
That's how you're not getting treated like Rudy Bear. He's always cool and calm.
If I get a bag of chips off her, I'm running about mental going, you're home. If I don't throw her ball, I don't get fed.
Tell you what, that's Craig's statement to me.
Obviously, Mrs. Albert's no a listener.
Just as well.
She's away in her bed, by the way, and I'm talking
just as well. You'll never get fed. You can just imagine Rudy saying anything like to his wife.
Never, Bridgeman. Never.
Exactly.
I've got to go to sleep at night, Bridgeman. You know what I mean?
You get that psycho moment. Ooh. He's sleeping. Dear me.
You don't hear me for a few weeks, you'll know it's happened.
Brave man, Albert.
But I think with Morelos, we can thank our lucky stars that nothing's happened to him over the past few games, and we're coming up to European games again. So he's going to be playing at least one half of a European game, I would imagine, if not the whole game. And it's at Ibrox, so he has to watch what he's doing. He has to watch what he's saying. He needs to watch who he's touching. I don't mean it in a nasty way, but he's got to watch. Can you just lift your hands and push people? These kind of things. Because these European referees are just crazy, you know. Just crazy.
That's a good point you make, Bridge, though. You know, hopefully he's learned for this season because, 30 goals last season. I don't know, did he miss I can't mind, about 10 games, was it, maybe? I can't mind exactly. But you look at the number of games he missed, he could have been up around about the 30, 40 mark, had he played in all the games that he missed, and we certainly could have been Damiel. The game that comes to mind for me is the semi-final against Aberdeen, where he was suspended for that. He's got to learn. He's got to know. He's had plenty of experience doing the Scottish League. They're going to wind him up. He's got to know that. The coaching staff have got to get a hold of him and say, look, they're going to do this to you, Alfredo. You have to keep your cool. Best way to defeat them is put the ball in the back of the net. That's how to do it. Stay on the park, put the ball in the back of the net. Do what you're good at, mate. So, and hopefully he's learned for last season. I hope you're right, Bridge.
Absolutely love the guy. I absolutely love him.
That's all true. But you've got to remember, by the way, to stick up for the wee man. The referees also knew he's been targeted, these people lining him up. So he should get some protection after these people. I mean, you're sitting going like that. We all know, plays Aberdeen, what they're going to do to him. Plays Celtic, we know what they're going to do to him. And then what annoys me about it, see, after the day, they all come out and boast what they've done and tell you what they've done. And nobody ever gets done for it. You're like, they're actually telling you, we're going to kick him. The referees, what's the first thing they do? Watch him getting kicked, and as soon as he reacts, they go after him. You're like, this is wrong. This is completely wrong, by the way.
Yeah.
In the bad, far distant days, and everybody that played football will remember, when there was a sort of coming together of players, we'll call it that, and a bit how the handbag starts. In general, the one who lifts their hand last will get a red card if there's a red card going to go. Sometimes you got the 2 red cards, but invariably, the guy that started it gets a yellow, and the guy that finishes it gets a red card. So the one that retaliates, red card, and that was standard for years and years and years in football, and everybody knew it was happening. So the one that finished it, he nearly always put the guy down because he's going to get a red card for nothing, if you follow what I mean.
I don't know about you when you played football, but anybody that runs their studs down the back of your leg deserves retribution. No, I mean, exactly. He expects it. Where I played football, if you do that to somebody, you don't expect to walk the rest of that game scot-free. You're getting something back.
Would you say if you were a good player and somebody tried to kick you, the best thing you could do is put the ball in the back of the net?
Yes, but there's also, remember, if you're playing in the stadium...
I don't know so much. I think a right hook knocked the...
Yes, but if you hit them, if you hit them, and I know this for a fact, you hit somebody right in the face, they're not going to come back. Either they're crazy enough to come back and get you, or they're going to be very wary of you. And if you get sent off, there's nothing they can do about it anyway, But
last year, Bridge, what you should do to these boys, like weekend, the young boys, teach them how to punch. You smack somebody once, they're not coming. Nobody's coming near you. He's a bomb. He'll break your nose. But if you're standing there taking it and then pushing them away and then acting like a stupid wee boy, they're always going to come back and pester you. A bully. Stand up to a bully and they'll not bully you anymore.
Yeah, that's a good point. Now, good point. I always like to want the good bit as we got up the level of quality of teams that you play, the stadiums were better, and invariably you find you're playing rounds with a tunnel, and that was the favourite place. You're going up the tunnel, just get right into them.
I don't care where they do, as long as they do it.
I get right into them.
At the end of the day, I mean, we're all there to watch a game of football, but we've all seen it. The teams we play don't want Livingston, don't want us to play football. Motherwell don't want us to play football. Aberdeen don't want us to play football. Hibs don't want us to play football. But each one of these teams have gave it to us over the last 2 or 3 years and come out and boasted about it. And Scottish football just applauded them. And they all wonder why we get called hammer throwers.
I think you're right there, Albert. That's a great point that you make. I think the whole problem there is we are refereed to a completely different standard, and certainly that's what happens to Alfredo. There isn't another player in the Scottish League that's refereed the way Alfredo is. You know, you look at some of the stuff that goes other world players. You look at the hammer throwers we've got in the SPFL, and they get away with absolute murder. If Alfredo had done half of what they'd done, he'd have missed half a season.
Did Stephen Gerrard make Albert point there, Rudy? When he said that Highlanders came in and he's another leader on the park with a presence?
Absolutely. As many leaders he can have on the park, the better. You know, and if he's looking at the big fella as another leader on the park, then I think he said in his interview that at times he's thought he didn't have enough leaders on the park. And I think he's probably right. I think we said that as well at times last season, in games last season. So he's brought this boy in. He spent something about €4 million on him. So they've got high hopes for him. You don't spend that kind of money if you've not got high hopes for a player. As I brought him in, and he said in his interview when he was asked about him that he's a leader. He's got to be a leader on the park. The more leaders, the better, then, in my opinion.
I mean, the point's proved with what do you call him, Flanagan. When he decked that Scot, and he does his amateur dramatics as normal, but he threw Rogic and that with a tackle. Did you see any of their players coming near that boy the rest of the game? They all ran away from him. Oh, don't go near him. He'll sort you out if you go near him. And if you do go near him, you're in a battle. You ain't getting this year anymore. You're in a battle. That's the way I want it. John Gregg played that way. John Gregg showed you. You want to fight me? I'll fight you. You want to play football? Well, we'll play football then.
Aye. Yeah, absolutely right, Albert. Absolutely right. Yeah, Scott Brown found that out with Flanagan, didn't he?
Exactly. Then you can hear him again. You stayed well away from him. Don't go near him. Don't. And that's what I'm saying. See, once you stand up to these, now if you're going to hit somebody, like I was saying with Alfredo, if you're going to hit somebody, hit them. Don't push them. If you're going to lamp somebody, lamp them. Get sent off for something. Don't get sent off for a silly wee petulant push like Kent and the two of them get sent off at Parkhead. What's the point of all that? If it was me, that Brown shouldn't have got up. He should have been stretchered off. I'll go off, but he's getting stretchered off.
He took a dive twice, by the way. Should have done for diving.
Exactly. It was silly wee pushes. Two wee boys put him on his backside. No, I mean the so-called hard man of Scottish football. Two wee boys, 22-year-old boys, both of them put him on his backside. That's how hard he is.
Brown's he's your proverbial bully, Brown is. He likes to run about stamping on players, smashing them in the face. There's no player in Scottish football protected the way the Lego eater is.
When VAR comes in, Rudy, I'm hoping that they pick up on these things. I'm not saying they're going to pick up on everything, but that kind of thing there, the same way with the boy, what's his name, the Kilmarnock player, that ran up after him at half time and scraped his studs down. It used to be the Rangers player, Broadfoot. The things that they were doing to Morelos is just nothing short of disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful. And even you don't need VAR. They could see it at half time and full time. Just get a replay. And the referee and the compliance people should be like, how did that start? Never mind how Morelos got sent off. How did that start? Well, there it's there. And everybody can see it. They've got me videos of it.
And they referees, Bridge. See the referees that Kilmarnock game that night. The referees and linesmen are supposed to make sure all the players are off the park before they come off the park.
Correct.
So how can they no see him doing that? Because he's behind them. Well, he shouldn't be behind them. You're the last people off the park. That's what it says. You have to see every player off the park. It's just a nonsense. They see what they want to see, and they pick on who they want to pick on. And they decided it's going to be wee Alfie, and that was it for the rest of the season. I think they get hard done.
I think that Rangers have been a club that's been picked on for the last few years, and maybe, insofar as the other teams are concerned, maybe quite rightly, because we're far too good for them. Certainly this season it looks as if we're going to be really, really good and strong, and it's what you're wanting. So you're looking for people with a bit of grit and see how they go on. Let's see somebody do something to some of our players this season.
I want a team of battles. I want a team of battles. That's what I want.
Absolutely.
First and foremost, you want a battle, we'll have a battle. That's what I want. And then we all know they can play football. But can
I'm
you
glad I
battle?
never played against you, Bear. I'm glad I never played against you. I
I
got beaten up.
was a dirty wee trumpet. You know what I mean? I'll bite your throat out. You know what I
And
mean?
by the way,
I'll
the
do
rest of the
anything.
panel are the same as you, except me. The rest of the panel are the same as you, except me.
How can you sit there and say that?
I love it.
JFK was like a choir boy growing up.
I was not a bad wee right winger, and I slapped a few dingerlings in my time.
Got yourself, Jeff.
5 foot nothing under the legs. Ding dong.
Love it. Love it.
I've been put up there by a few big left backs that try to make them look silly, but I could take a tackle and get back up, and so now I get paid nothing for it. So Fred should be able to do that. Let's hope that if he's there next season, he'll be able to dust his cell in. But it's hard for him to do, I know. He's got that temp.
But see, when you get kicked, Jimmy, you dished it out. You gave him it back, didn't you?
You
didn't let that lad.
Did you cause trouble on the pitch, Jimmy?
Yeah. That's the difference, Jimmy. We Alfie's not allowed to.
Did you manage to cause trouble on the pitch, Jimmy?
Who, me?
A winger? How can a winger cause trouble on the pitch?
Well, my nickname's Jimmy the Skull. That'll
motorbike, Jimmy. You can do that thing, the motorbike.
Oh, no motorbikes for me, mate. You want to mess with Jimmy the Skull, the wee winger. I had a few batterings, took a few batterings on the pitch, but you know something? That's the name of the game. You give out when you take it. So Fred's got to learn that, and I hope he does next season. And I know there's a lot pixel, but what my main thing about him is that he needs to be clever. Right? If he gets hit and even if he's cheating and he gets done and he doesn't get caught cheating, then get done, because Brun's doing it. They're all doing it to him. So keep your mouth shut, go on a park, play for the teddy bears, and make sure that Popcorn Mouth and Lego Muncher are no winning nothing this year, because 55 is alive, guys.
I remember I got sent off once fighting with a one-arm centre forward, and he beat me.
Was that a bit of windmill punch you through?
There's a punchline coming here, isn't there?
He beat me. He kicked the crap out of me.
How was he at throw edge?
Oh, yeah.
Underhanded. Love it. Well said, Albert. Well said.
I must admit, I remember a way back in the Roseville days. I remember we playing in the Gas Cube tournament for Oxford. You ever playing that?
Before my time.
And Sam Andrew and Big Danny Daly were playing. And what the goalkeeper for the team had a one horn.
Wow.
He had one of the wooden horns. My God.
God.
But he was a good goalkeeper, aye. It was all right, and I'll never forget that. He had one horn. Brilliant stuff.
Well, see me saves with that horn. Is that considered hitting the woodwork?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. He's in fire tonight.
Ah, it's good tonight. Good tonight. Oh dear.
I don't think you're taking this show serious enough, Albert.
Albert, that's a sin saying that, you. He's doing his best.
Remember, I've got to go and face her once this is done.
Your bags will be packed, mate, when you hang off.
I'll tell you, you make sure you don't put on the archives. Don't put it on the archives.
Just in case you forget, he said, if I don't throw a ball, I don't get my tea.
She might throw you a bone then.
Oh, I tell you.
I'll have the bone, you can have the bone. There you go. Oh dear.
Like one of my mates said, how do you not take it to these dances and all that? I said, I can't even avoid getting a box and a leash and a ball and all that. No, I mean, it's too much hassle.
Oh my God.
She doesn't hear any of this, by the way.
By the way, you're catching up with JFK with this misogyny. That's shocking, by the way.
Hey,
that's what I meant to ask you, Jimmy. I meant to ask you that. Where do you get the women that fry the eggs? I'm looking for one of them.
Fry the eggs?
I mean, you said that's all they're good for is fry, and I was like, what do you get there, mummy?
Fried
Jimmy,
eggs.
GFK's moved on. He's a modern man now.
I love it.
A butter of toast for her now.
That's brilliant, by the way. A modern man. Oh, JFK. He knows you. He knows you.
Oh, of course he does, aye.
Does she get tea with the toast, Jimmy?
What's that?
Did you get a cup of tea?
Oh, is that what it's called? Oh, I just thought it was hot water. I wanted you to say that wee tin was for. Is that tea in there, aye?
Oh, she's a lucky woman, Jimmy, isn't
Oh, aye. You better believe it, mate. She is very lucky.
You're a shocker, Jimmy, I have to tell you.
Oh,
You're an absolute shocker, boy.
Oh.
Here's a quick one for you, just for a bit of fun. Last few minutes of the show. We've talked about a few weeks away. We're hoping we'll get 55. Well, we're going to get 55. Player of the season. I know it's early, but who do you predict's going to be our main man? Olga.
I'll give you who I think it will be, and I'll give you who I hope it will be. I think it's going to be Stephen Davis as the player of the year, and I hope it's going to be Aribo.
All right. Aye, I get that. Bridgman?
I think it'll be Stephen Davis. I think I'm hoping it's Stephen Davis, because if we can get the performance that we saw yesterday of Stephen Davis every week, and as I said earlier on, I was speaking to somebody today who said he's a quality player in the whole team. So if he can turn it on and keep his international career going as well, he'll be some player for us. And I think watching him, the way he played and his wisdom on the park, calmness, coming back to help out, pull the ball off them, just great to watch. So I'm going for Stephen Davis in a big way.
Rudy?
I'd love to think it'd be Stephen Davis for everything that Bridgman said there, 100%. But I think it's going to be one of the new boys, either Aribo or Ojo. For what I've seen so far, they boys have only just started with us. I think as they get, sort of more integrated into the team, and their match sharpness gets better and better, I think we're going to have two outstanding players with us this season, and they two boys, so I think it's going to be one of them.
GFK.
I agree with Rudy. I'd like it to be Stephen Davis, but I think it will be Ojo. I think he's going to set it and fire, mate. Yeah. I think he's going to be a player for us this season. Stephen Davis will be as well, but for me, I think Ojo will be the big man at the end of the season.
All right, I'm surprised nobody went for Kenny Miller. That's just a personal point of view.
Thankfully, the days are long gone, Oxy.
Aye. Also need to mention Morelos, the goal scorers, the four. I talk about providers, but interesting lads.
Yeah, I think your forwards, your goal scorers, Ox, are only as good as your providers, as you say. Your forward-thinking midfielders, they're the ones that you're expecting to create the chances.
So what you're saying, Rudy, that all your good players go in the middle of the park and make the chances for other people, is that what you're saying?
If you say Ox, it's true, okay. You say,
that's
mate.
The way I heard that picked up, mate. When you're picking the school in the back, you're like him. He's a big. You put him in the back, centre half, big, stupid, centre half.
Big stupid.
He's a shocker, isn't he?
So there's a fat one's going goal with.
No. The ones with one nods and a goal.
I love it. Just love it.
Or just the fat ones let them borrow their jersey.
Anyway, gentlemen, we've reached that time of the evening. Bridgman.
Well, what can I say? What a marvellous night tonight, guys. Thanks very much for everything. It's just brilliant. And can I just say to you, all the Rangers fans all over the world, in particular Rangers fans on here on Rangers Radio, every single one of us, please, keep it going for the Rangers. Please, keep it going, because they need us.
Can I thank everybody for taking part in Rangers Radio tonight, everybody for taking the time to call in. It's been a pleasure getting to know Albert. We might not see him again. Everybody listening in the lobby, thanks very much. This is Rangers Radio. We'll be back tomorrow night between 9 and 11, talking about all things Rangers. Take it away, Old School Blue.
I sailed the wild Atlantic, across the broad Pacific shore. I sailed around the stormy capes and I've heard the 40s roar. I've flied the Indian Ocean, I've sailed the China Sea, but never see back home in Scotland more than all the rest of me. It's the blue, blue, blue sea of my drum. It's the prettiest sight that I have ever seen. The blue, blue, blue sea of my drum. And it's part of the feeling that they are free. No more I'll sail the 7 seas, no more I'll ever